عليك يا أبا عبد الله صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله صلى الله عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين صلى الله عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء السلام عليك يا شيب الخذيب السلام عليك يا خد التريب السلام على بدن السليب السلام على ثقر المرفوع بالغضيب السلام على رأس المرفوع السلام على الأجسام العارية. This is a brief account of the events that took place on the day of the 10th of Muharram. And the morning broke. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam asked Ali Akbar to give the adhan, and then he led his army in prayer. Then he wore the armor and the clothes of his grandfather Rasulullah, and he stood to address the followers. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, Inna Allah qad adina fi qatli wa qatlukum fi hadha al-yawm fa'alaykum bis-sabr wal-qital. Allah has destined that you and I will be killed today. Therefore, I urge you to be strong and resilient in the fighting. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam prepared the army for war. He made Zuhair ibn al-Qayn the commander of the right side, and Habib ibn al-Madahir the commander of the left side, and his household in the center, and gave the flag to his brother Abul Fadl Abbas. Umar ibn Sa'd, who had come with 30,000 troops, he made Ammar ibn Hajjaj the commander of his right flank, Shimr ibn Zil-Jawshan the commander of his left. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, then he mounted the horse and he came in between the enemy, and he said, O people, track my lineage back to see who I am, and then think back to yourselves and think whether it is right for you to kill and violate my sanctity. Am I not the son of the daughter of the Prophet? Am I not the son of the Prophet's successor? Was not Hamza Sayyid al-Shuhada the uncle of my father? Was Jafar not my uncle? Have you not heard the words of the Prophet? Al-Hasan wal-Husayn Sayyida Shabab Ahlil Jannah. Whether you believe in what I say or you do not, even though it is the truth, there are men amongst you who, if you ask, they will confirm what I'm saying. Ask Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, Zayd ibn Arqam, Anas ibn Malik whether they heard these words from Rasulullah or not. They replied to him that we will kill you. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam replied, I will not give you my hand, because there is only two choices, بين السلة والزلة وهيهات من الزلة. The two choices are between dying and disgrace is far away from. Umar ibn Sa'd fired the first arrow and he said, bear witness that I was the first one to shoot. Then arrows followed like rains. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam asked his companions to stand. They fought for an hour. When the dust settled, 50 companions of Imam Hussain alayhi salam had been killed. He said, Allah min nasirin yansurna. Allah min mu'inin yu'inuna. Is there no one to come and help us? Is there no one to come and aid us? Is Allah man thabba yadhubu an harami Rasulillah? Is there no one to Protect the sanctity of the Prophet's family. The women, when they heard this sound, they began to cry. One by one, companions of the Imam Hussain ﷺ entered into the battlefield. One by one, they got killed. Muslim ibn al-Sajjah was the first of the companions of Imam Hussain ﷺ to be killed. Amr ibn al-Hajjaj, along with his troop, counteract the camp of Imam Hussain ﷺ. Muslim ibn al-Sajjah had fallen, but he was alive. Imam Hussain ﷺ and Habib ibn Mudahir came next to him. Imam ﷺ said to him, "May Allah have mercy on you, Muslim." Habib said, "Muslim, you are going in my state. You are going to paradise before me. And if I was not sure that I also will follow you, I would have asked you to give my last will." Then Muslim said, "My only will is that you take care of this man. Sacrifice each your last breath for him." After the companions had become shaheed and the noon prayers took place, and at the moment of the prayer came, Abu Thammama came to Imam Hussain ﷺ and he said, "Mawla, it is the time for prayer." Imam ﷺ said, "Ja'alaka min al-musallin." Abu Thammama, may Allah count you amongst those who offer the prayer. Abu Thammama went to the enemy, told them, "Pause the battle for a short time so we can offer the prayers." They refused to pause the prayer. Imam Hussain ﷺ organized the prayer. In front of him, Syed and Zuhair stood. In front of him in the prayer, Syed and Zuhair stood. As Imam ﷺ began the prayer, they started firing arrows. They started firing arrows at the chest of Syed and Zuhair. They took all the arrows on their chest. Imam ﷺ completed the prayer. Syed turned to Imam ﷺ and he said, "Oh my master, did I fulfill the promise?" The weight of the arrows had brought me down. Syed and Zuhair, with the weight of the arrows, collapse as the prayer completes. After the prayer completed, John, the servant of Abu Dhar, came to Imam Hussain ﷺ. He said, "Mawla, give me the permission to fight." Imam Hussain ﷺ tells him, "You're old. You do not need to fight." He said, "No, at times of comfort I was with you. How can I leave you at the time of difficulty? How can I leave you at the time of hardship?" John also fights. He falls from his horse and Imam Hussain ﷺ comes near him. When he sees that his head is in the lap of Imam Hussain ﷺ, what does he say? He says, "Man mithli wa ibn bint Rasulillah wa akhadaka khadi." Who is like me that the son of the daughter of the Prophet placed his cheek on my cheek. Once all of the companions of Imam Hussain ﷺ had been killed, the family of the Holy Imam ﷺ came. The first was Ali Akbar, who came, permission from the battlefield. And Imam Hussain ﷺ said, "Allahumma ushhidu ala alaykum laqad baraza ilaykum ghulamun ashbaha an-nas khalqan wa khulqan wa mantiqan bi rasulik." Ali Akbar went into the battlefield. He says, Umar ibn Sa'd, Imam Hussain ﷺ says, "May Allah bereave your family the way you bereaved mine. May Allah send someone to kill you on your bed." Then Ali Akbar came and he fought valiantly. He called out after receiving the spear in his chest. Imam Hussain ﷺ came near him and he said, Imam Hussain ﷺ put his cheek on Ali Akbar's cheek. And he said, "Ala dunya ba'daka." "Oh Ali Akbar, after you there is no life. How dare they intrude on Allah and violate the sanctity of the Prophet? It is hard for your grandfather and your father that you call on them for help and they cannot." Qasim ibn Hassan wants to go to the battlefield. Imam Hussain ﷺ refuses to him. He brings the letter of his father, Imam Hussain ﷺ. When Imam Hussain reads that letter, he begins to weep uncontrollably. He becomes unconscious. When he regains consciousness, he sends Qasim into the battlefield. Amr ibn Sa'd Azdi attacked him attacked him on the head. As he disbalanced from the horse, his body gets trampled into his body gets trampled by the hooves of the horses. Then Hazrat Abul Fadl Abbas comes to Imam Hussain alayhi salam and he says, Mawla, give me permission to fight. Mawla, give me permission, Master, give me permission to fight. Imam Hussain alayhi salam says, Abbas, you're the master of my army. Maqatil says, Fazazara yaminan wa shimala. He looks right and left and then he said, Oh my master, where is the army of which I'm the commander? Where is the army of which I'm the commander? Hazrat Abbas says, but master, I cannot bear the children crying out for thirst. He says, Abbas, go and get the water. He goes to get the water, his right and left arms get cut off. You know that if anybody falls off from a high place, they take their arms to support them. When Hazrat Abul Fadl Abbas fell from the horse, he had no arms to support himself. He came face down on the land of Karbala. Finally, there was no one left. Imam Hussain alayhi salam stood on Tille Zainabiyya. Those of you been to Karbala, you can imagine the moment. Imam Hussain alayhi salam stood at Tille Zainabiyya and he said, Hal min nasirin yansuruna. Hal min mughithin yughithuna. When he said this, there was a sound of crying from the tents. There was a sound of crying from the tents. Imam Hussain alayhi salam came back inside the tents and he said to the ladies, I'm still alive. Why are they crying? Said, as soon as you said, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, the baby dropped himself from the cradle. The baby dropped himself from the cradle. Maybe he's saying, Mawla, there is one more shaheed of Karbala remaining. There is one more shaheed of Karbala remaining. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam takes the baby. He takes the baby. He walks into the battlefield. He says, if I did something to you, the baby hasn't done anything. Feed it some water. Instead of water, they fired a three-pronged arrow. They fired a three-pronged arrow at the baby. The blood gushes out. Imam Hussain alayhi salam takes it in his hands. He wants to throw it at the sky. Sky calls out, no Hussain. He wants to throw it on the ground. The ground calls out, no. Hussain takes the blood and he puts it on his face. He smears the blood of the baby on his face. He says, oh Allah would come on the day of judgment with the blood on my face asking for justice. When he remained all alone, then he came and he said, Ya Sakinatu, Ya Rabab, Ya Zainabu, Ya Kulthum, alaykunna minna salam. This statement from Imam alayhi salam is saying that now nobody is left. He is standing all alone on the day of Ashura at the time for Asr. Imam Hussain alayhi salam is standing all alone and the whole of the land of Karbala is just full of bodies. Nobody can see the ground on the Karbala, they can just see bodies lying on the burning sands. He says, he calls Zainab Salamullah alayha and he asks for the shirt that his mother Zahra Salamullah alayha made for him. When the shirt is brought out, he takes the shirt and he rips it in places. He rips the shirt in places. They say to him that, why did you rip the shirt? He said, after I die, they will take all of my possessions. I want to make sure that at least this shirt remains on my body. And because it is ripped, nobody will take it. As he's about to leave and go towards the battlefield, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayha says to him, Mahlan, Mahlan, Ibn Az-Zahra, wait a moment. And then She says, bring your neck close to me. Bring your neck close to me. And she kisses him on the neck. So he asks her, Zainab, why did you kiss me on my neck? He says that. Zainab says, it was the last moments of our mother and she called me near her. And she said to me that there will come a day where my son Hussein would be killed with the blunt dagger on his neck. That day I won't be there, but I want you to kiss him on the neck where the blunt dagger will be. Hussein alayhi salam also comes close to Zainab salamullah alayha on her shoulder and he kisses her on the shoulder. So she asks, brother, why did you kiss me here? She said, yes, just like mother told you on the day when our father was leaving this world, he called me near. And he called me and he said, Zainab, Hussein, there will come a day after you are killed that rope would be placed in the arms of Zainab and all the women. That day I wouldn't be there, but I want you to make sure that you kiss the shoulder where the rope. Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam goes towards the battlefield. He sees there's nobody there. He looks at his family members, he looks at his companions, and he sees the word in Maqatil is ka qat'il himam. They were slaughtered like the sacrificed animal. They were lying there like the sacrificed animals. He called out to them. He said, why do you not reply to me, Ya Batal al-Safa wa Ya Fursan al-Hajar? Why do you not call out to me, Am halat mawaddatikum an imamatikum fala tansuru? When I am calling you, you're not answering my call. These are the women of Rasulullah. He called out, O Habib, O Muslim, O Zuhair. The women continued to call, wailing and crying. There's nobody to protect the sanctity of the family of the Prophet. Then he came back to the tents and he entered in the tent of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. Then he entered in the tent of Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu salam. When the Imam alayhi salatu salam saw him, he opened his eyes and he said, O my father, Aina Habib? Aina Habib? Aina Zuhair? Aina Muslim? Aina Ali Akbar? Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam said, don't ask anything else. In the men, either you are alive or I'm alive. Everybody has been killed. Everybody has been killed. Imam Sajjad alayhi salam turns to his aunt Zainab. He says, oh my aunt Zainab, bring my staff and my sword. He takes the staff and he stands up and he wants to go out of the tent. Imam Hussein alayhi salam says to his son, where are you going? He said, Father, how is it be that everybody has been killed? You stay, you get killed and I stay alive. Zainab salamullah alayha, Imam Hussein alayhi salam shouts to Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha. He says, stop him lest the earth become devoid of the hujjat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha takes hold of Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wassalam, asks him to lie back down. He says, your test is coming later. Your test is coming after this, after the day of Ashura. Then Imam Hussein alayhi salam goes back into the battlefield. Whosoever comes in front of him, they get killed. He killed many of them and he says to them, Al-mawtu awla min rukub al-aar wal-awla wal-aaru awla min dukhul an-nar. Should know that martyrdom, dying in Allah's way, is better than disgrace, and disgrace is better than entering hellfire. One of the enemies say, I never saw a man who lost all his family members, all his companions, bearing all these calamities, yet he showed so much courage in the battlefield. The enemy continued to attack him. He responded to their attacks and he scattered them until that time came where each and every one had been scattered far away. Umar ibn Sa'd finally said that who will be the one who will carry out this deed of killing the son of Fatima. It's mentioned in the Maqatil that 10 people, one by one, were given the dagger to go and kill Imam Hussein. Each of those people would come, they would reach close to Imam Hussein and then they would leave. They would throw the dagger and they would say, we cannot kill the son of Fatima. Finally, Shimr ibn Zil Jawshan comes. And he takes this dagger and he places it on the stone. He hits it on the stone in order to make it more blunt. Continually he's hitting the dagger on the stone to make it more blunt. To make it more and more blunt. Then Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, he comes near to Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Comes onto the ground. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's a call that calls out. These verses of Quran that you heard before me, there's a caller who calls out, Ya nafs, utma'inna irji'i ila rabbika radiyatan mardiyah. Oh, that soul which is satisfied with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, return back. Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam puts his head into sajda. Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam puts his head into sajda. Whilst he's covered in blood, Abdullah, the son of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, 11 years old, he sees his uncle surrounded by enemies. He runs out of the tent and he comes and sits next to the Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. When the enemy comes out and wants to kill Imam Hassan alayhi salam, the boy shielded the Imam alayhi salam with the strike of the sword and he gets killed, the final person to be killed on the day of Ashura before Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Then Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam is on the ground. He's in the sajda. And then finally Shimr comes with the blunt dagger. Maqatil states that he comes next to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And he hears the murmuring. He wants to get close so that he can hear what is it that he's saying. He hears that even at this moment he's praying for the ummah of his grandfather. Even at this moment he's praying for the ummah of his grandfather. At that moment is mentioned that Sinan ibn Anas lodged a spear in the area of his collarbone, and then a spear in his chest, and then shot an arrow towards his throat. Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayha looks to Umar ibn Sa'd from Till Zainabiyya. She says that the son of Rasulullah is being killed and you are watching him being killed. And then she says, Alayka wa alaykum amma fikum Muslim. Is there no Muslim amongst you that the son of the daughter of the Prophet is being killed? And none of you are moved. Everybody remains silent. Then Shimr kicked him and then was Shimr jalisun ala sadre. Then Shimr sat on the chest of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam and he held his blessed beard. Then he pulled out the dagger. Bibi Zainab Salamullah alayha cries, why doesn't the sky fall down on us? Why doesn't death come on to me? The sky goes black and the earth begins to shake as a Shimr takes the blunt dagger on the neck of us. गरीब ज़हरा की गरीब